I'm Eddie Brophy.
I'm Jason Smith.
Now, while this wasn't one of my favorite WrestleManias, although I feel like it was kind of panned by a lot of wrestling fans, it's not necessarily. The ending was awful. I don't think the booking was terribly good. Giant Gonzalez.
Enough said.
Yeah, that's really all I have to say. And however, we did get Jim Ross. That was like the only silver lining we got out of this WrestleMania. Of course, Jason's here with your statistics.
Sure. April 4th, 1993, Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, Nevada. They actually constructed this arena in the parking lot of Caesars Palace.
This is still, to me, one of the coolest looking venues. This is a gimmick that I kind of wish they'd bring back, because I thought overall, it didn't pay off, obviously, in the event, but the overall look of the arena I thought was pretty cool, or the makeshift arena, if you will. The closest they came to doing something like this was, I forget which number Royal Rumble. Obviously, you know the one I'm talking about. The Royal Rumble where Taker challenged Kurt Angle for the title after, I forget who he wrestled, and Taz swore on the air.
I don't recall.
Jason's having a brain fart moment, but back to WrestleMania.
16,891 was the full attendance.
Again, not a super impressive number, but it wasn't super impressive.
But they made their own arena, so.
Again, that's cool, but it also was, well, for a parking lot, we'll give it that. For a parking lot, that's pretty impressive, but it wasn't really a super impressive bill. And of course, one of the things we would change, obviously, at this point, you've been watching, we've been doing dream booking, what we've done differently, not giving Hulk Hogan the title. That's really, because at this point, just the way he won made him come across, and, with all due respect to, because Hogan's back and we need to be kissing his ass again, yeah, but what the hell?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, but I get the idea of getting a champion you didn't expect, but Hogan's time had kind of passed at that point.
Well, yeah, because by 93, it was it's kind of like where wrestling is now. Like, Bret Hart was the Daniel Bryan of this day. And of course, Yokozuna he was not a terrible superstar. He was definitely one of the standout superstars of the early 90s, or the early to mid 90s. But again, I've never been a huge fan of Yokozuna or Rikishi, and of course, I'm blanking on the other one, but I've never been a huge fan of those guys because they're not necessarily believable when they're in the ring with certain superstars, that they could actually beat them. And of course, Hogan's win lasted all of 5 seconds. He just did the leg drop. So I hope the bad hips and knees were worth it, Hogan.
But if we're going to try and book it better, actually one of the things that was supposed to happen was HBK versus Marty Jannetty for the IC title, but Jannetty got himself in trouble and ended up getting himself fired.
Oh, that sucks. That really sucks, because that definitely would have been, of course, he's Mr. WrestleMania known to us now, but that definitely could have been one of the early catalysts because, again, the infamous super kick through the window, and I mean, the relationship there and the chemistry was there. They were tag team partners when they started, so I get sad when we do what could have been.
But if we're going to play with the pieces that we have there, I'd go Razor Ramon versus Mr. Perfect. I think that would have been a really epic one. Classic match.
Undertaker versus anyone who wasn't Giant Gonzalez would have been mine. I mean, I even would have done Undertaker versus Hulk Hogan. If Hulk Hogan wants on the bill so bad, give him to Undertaker. Undertaker didn't really have much to work with.
The interesting thing about that WrestleMania win, it's the only one he's gotten by disqualification.
Asterisk, all right? You already had an asterisk for wrestling Giant Gonzalez Undertaker. Well, we are Marks on Commentary at MO Commentary on Twitter. 978-276-9418 is the voicemail box. If you want to voice your thoughts, your opinions, or disagree with us, whatever you want to do, even if you want to make your own YouTube video, we will include it on our page if we think you bring up some interesting points. But for Marks on Commentary, doing Marks on Mania, I'm Eddie Brophy.
I'm Jason Smith.